Welcome to the discussion Lotus Fit. Lotus Fit is very important thing to be known to everybody. It is very important because in all the scriptures, in all the religions, the lotus feet is very important to be known and to be followed. That is why we are discussing on this point. Lotus feet. Lotus here has been used as a metaphor. As a lotus is soft, mild, and tender, so the feet of God, of Godhead, or the master, spiritual master, that is why it is very important to be known. Lotus, as it has been used as metaphor, so the feet also has been used as the synecdoche in rhetoric. So these two words should be explained in a practical manner. That is why we should explain it. Lotus and feet. What is feet? Everybody knows that with the feet we walk, we move from one place to another. That is why feet are nothing but the path to our destination. Here in spirituality, feet are nothing but the path, the road leading to the Godhead. If someone, if a follower, if a worshipper follows the path, he will lead to the Godhead, to his destination, to his end of the journey. As the road is made out of bricks, stones, pitch, sands, so the path of spiritual path is made of four things, namely order, advice, instruction, and message. Out of these four things, the spiritual path leading to the Godhead is made. So it is very important to know it and to follow it. So many places, in so many scriptures, the word lotus feet has been used and is used generally and always. That is why we can have so many incidents, so many facts, so many incidents in the scriptures, in the Puranas, in the ancient books. That is why we will explain it and we will have its real meaning that will help us to proceed to propel our life, propel our journey to the Godhead. We know Ganga, the goddess, Hindu goddess, is born out of the lotus feet of Sri Vishnu, the supreme personality of Godhead. How is it possible? A goddess is born out of the lotus feet. It is real. It is truth. In which way? Because we know the real meaning of lotus feet. If a person follows the four things, that is order, advice, instruction, and message, aphorism, he will get the inspiration, he will get the energy by which he will lead to the Godhead. And the energy, the transcendental energy of transcendental consciousness, the energy out of the transcendental consciousness and that is born out of his lotus feet is born. And the energy slowly and by steps cleans the filthiness of his mind, of one's mind. That is why it is very important to follow the path made by or instructed by the Godhead, by Sri Vishnu. And in the other ways, we'll have in the story of Ahalla. Ahalla is surprised to be watched by his husband Gautam says in copulation with Indra, the king of paradise. That is why Ahalla is cursed by her husband that he will turn into a stone. And then when she was getting a stone from her lower side, she requested her husband to donate, to advise the path by which she will get back into life again. Then Gautama Rishi, Gautam the sage, advised that when Sri Rama would come along the road with the toss of his lotus feet, she will get back her life again. What is the meaning in it? Here we have the lotus feet. It is nothing but the combination. It is nothing but the path made of order, advice, instruction, and message. If someone follows the path, his influence of matter on her or him will be erased. Actually, the mortal beings are always in the matter, are always in the objects of So many things are always in the things, are always in all objects, all things, material things. In which way we know whenever something is broken, whenever something is stolen, or whenever something is destroyed or lost, every mortal being is hurt, is pained. That is why our heart or life is always in the matter, in the objects, in the things. It is nothing but the influence of matter. It is nothing but the influence of physical world. That is why we have to take back our life from the things, from the matter, to the spirituality, to the consciousness. And in this way, which way? From the following, from following the paths, from following the roads made of the four things: order, instruction, advice, and message. We'll have our life back. And another story of Sri Rama. We know the king Bharata, his brother, came into the forest where Sri Rama was living for a while. Coming to him, he requested to give his footwears, and by placing them on the throne, he will rule the world, he would rule the kingdom. What is its meaning? Here is the same meaning. The lotus feet and as well as the footwears give the same meaning. That is the instruction, order, advice, and the message given by Sri Rama. It is nothing but the path shown by him. By following it, Bharata, the king, ruled the kingdom. And there is another story in the ancient books. We know the sage Bhrigu, a great sage. Incidentally, or in a process, he kicked on Sri Vishnu's chest, and the footprint is printed on his chest. There is the same meaning here. What is the meaning? Here the Bhrigu, a Brahmin who has attained Brahman, and his path and the path given by him or showed by him, if anyone follows, he will lead to the chest of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Vishnu. The chest is nothing but his heart. In this way, it has been instructed, it has been advised for every worshippers or devotee to follow the path given by the spiritual master who has attained the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Brahman, the Supreme Soul, the Supreme God. Another two incidents are there. We always see a picture of Kalika, Kali, the goddess, standing with one leg, with one foot placing on her husband's chest. Her husband is Shiva. And what is its meaning? Here Shiva, a follower, a devotee, is instructing that when you will follow perfectly the lotus feet of the mother, the primordial energy, as the ultimate reality, you will have her, you will attain to her, you will attain the ultimate reality. Again, we know Durga, the goddess, with her one foot pressing on the throat of Mahishasura, a demon. She was killing at the time. When she pressed his throat, the actual mouth of the buffalo, actual mouth of the demon came out from the buffalo. Then she cut out the head of the demon, and with her trident, she runs the trident through her chest, and in this way, the demon was fatally killed. What's the meaning in it? Here, the lotus feet of her is nothing but the road, but the path instructed by her. And with the pressure of the road, with the pressure of the path, the head of the demon came out. Actually, here the demon is nothing but the lust. It is very powerful in everybody. It is very destructive in everybody's life. So it should be conquered. In this way, the lust should be conquered, lust should be controlled. When the pressure was given deeply with the lotus feet, its actual face, its actual nature came out. Then with the sword, that is the knowledge, a follower, a worshipper can conquer him, can cut out his head, that is his actual nature. And the trident is nothing but fooding, sleeping, and copulation. When these things are controlled, when these things are conquered, the last is conquered. By these three ways, by these arms, we can conquer the last forever. There is a very beautiful incident of the king Boli. In this way, in which way we will have now? Boli was requested by the Rant, the god Sri Vishnu himself, to donate him only 3 lands of 3 steps. Then he promised him to donate the lands of 3 steps. Then God, Sri Vishnu, with his first step, he covered the total firmament. With another one, the earth. And he placed his leg, his foot on his head. In this way, the total property of Boli, the king, was conquered by Sri Vishnu. What is meaning it? These steps are nothing but the 3 roads, 3 paths of spirituality. In the world, there are only 3 paths. One of yoga, one of devotion, and a third one is of knowledge. Only 3 paths are there in the world. By controlling breathing and some activities, yoga is practiced, and their end is nothing but the absolute soul. And the end of the path of knowledge is the formless Brahman. And the end of the path of devotion is God with form. In this way, in so many places, the lotus feet has been used, has been said, has been instructed to be followed for all the people, for all the devotees, for all the worshippers. And if we follow these, you must lead to the Supreme Godhead. Goodbye.